Welcome back, as I oops my way through to the camera shot, get the lights on just in time. Hello, we're back. Gareth, Lacoste.
Hello, Gareth.
Hello, Lacoste. That wasn't awkward at all. I got caught on my little armrest. Yeah, I'm just gonna have a bit of a spasm there. Things are all going wrong, but the draft. Anything going wrong here? Looks pretty good to me. Kinguin up against Team Doggie. I saw Team Doggie do reasonably well in that series up against 5 anchors, like you were mentioning at the end of last series. Swift Ending, he is just a monster when he's given a farming hero, right?
Yeah, I talked to him a bit yesterday after the game. He said the first game was quite a mess. They didn't know what they were doing. And in the second game, he just said, pick me Sven. They picked him Sven. Third game, it was pretty much the same thing. I don't think it can work against this better, more experienced team as Team Kinguin. We'll see how it goes. They love to pressure the enemy safe lane as well, if needed.
Yeah, Katsaw does love running around, right? Finding openings everywhere. Then Elder Sash. As a 5-role and a captain, I find Elder Sash is very good at finding openings to like get experience and levels on his support heroes. You know, his Shadow Shaman, his AA, whatever it may be. He's always like finding that ultimate at the right time and then finding kills with the rest of his team.
Yeah, I never had a chance to talk to him. I talked to him twice, once in China, once when I first met him in, what was it?
ROG Masters?
Yeah, ROG Masters. He seems kind of cool, but also so angry at the moment. That's why I like him, because he seems so stressed at the time. I don't know why, but just like him, and he plays well, which is a benefit as well.
Yeah, he has that kind of interesting mix of being chill but arrogant at the same time, right? You know, he knows he's good, but he probably knows like he's not as good as others, but he thinks that he can be, and he's trying to build up to that, tier 1 status. And they've done very, very well breaking out from that, tier 2 European scene and going to big lands this year. It's definitely looking like it might be their year next year for some land wins potentially.
Yeah, and big kudos to them for sticking together for such a long time, and they're one of the few teams that actually have the same nationality. I can't think of any besides Chinese teams.
Mouse Sports?
Oh,
that's like the only one, right?
Yeah.
Because now we have like Scandinavian mixes. Is Alliance full Swedish now again? Maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. I was just talking about top tier teams, Gary.
Yeah. That's the answer I was looking for.
Yeah.
So far, 5, 4. Where's the 3? Show me your offlaner. What's been banned out? Sand King, Legion. I've seen a lot of Hester Legion, focusing him a little bit there. But all of these LeBron heroes being banned out. The Bounty, the Night Stalker, the Sand King. He gets his hand on the Clockwork, fortunately enough. And there's the 3. Following through number by number, Kinguin get themselves the Tide Hunter.
Yeah, they already picked the support duos, Clockwork and Shadow Shaman. I mean, they can swap Clockwork to an off lane, but one of the better supports that counters Tide Hunter is a Witch Doctor. He can't get rid of the Maledict. Really good in laning stage, so they can't pick it anymore. But they could go for maybe Ursa, counters him in a laning stage. Monkey King as well, really good laner against the Tide Hunter. What else is there, Gary?
Well, there's also like Shadow Shaman Hex now. It can't be dispelled.
Yeah,
Kraken Shell used
it's
to be
good
super
during
good.
the mid and late game. You can focus the Tide Hunter, actually.
Yeah. Previously, he'd just pop out of the Hex and here's a Ravage for you. Have fun. What else do we have in that lane? Oh, Puck comes out from Team Doggie. Likely to be a Rise's hero mid, but could equally be that offlane hero if they decide to throw it into the hands of Hester Joe as Luna for Team Kinguin, the immediate response. And this is, like you were saying, lots of early game pressure from like Tide Tusk if they do, like a 1.5 lane or a dual lane top for the start. They've got AA Luna who output enormous amounts of damage in that early to mid game. But then they've also got tower pushing as well to go along with it.
Yeah, that's what Luna provides. A lot of big AoE team fight ultis. Luna Tide Hunter, it's really hard to fight into that no matter what they pick right now. It's going to be hard to go against it.
Yeah, it's a tough spot. I mean, if you're looking at this now, do you go for your offlaner as Team Doggie at this point, knowing that Luna, Shadow Demon, and Tusk are going to be your offlaners?
They might easily go aggressive with Luna, Tusk, and AA. It's super strong.
Oh, with a Luna Blessing?
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage.
That's one of the benefits from Luna. You can always go aggro Trilane, which is not that popular anymore. You want Luna to have a free farm, but if they feel like they need to contest it and have Tidehunter on a safe lane, 1 versus 1, they can easily do it.
Where's the Terrorblade gone? Well, what happened to Terrorblade?
Nah, it's just too easy to counter in terms of just dodging the fights when he uses meta. Team Doggie, one more pick. I'm hoping they're gonna ban out Dragon Knight after this.
Anti-mage.
Dragon Knight, good control for anti-mage, really good laner against the puck. A lot of tower pressure, and Nisha really shines in that hero. Seems like it would fit perfectly into this lineup.
And they banned
out Viper.
With another Toxin break on DK would have been very good. I mean, even if the puck is mid or off lane, just banning out that mid hero that could counter you, very strong. Another option is maybe OD, do you think? Against the AM with like Arcane Orb, you've got save against Clockwork Cogs. Could be an option here. Another one of Nisha's favored heroes in the last couple of months.
Yeah, it can work. Also, it can work for both teams, but OD and AM seems quite slow.
Team pick.
Yeah, Dragonite was banned. What else can they go for? Right now they need some control. They don't have too much control for AM. With Dragonite it would have been perfect, but it's not.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I can still put this puck
They can go for TA on the side of Team Kinguin. Just get some stacks.
Ooh. Arise, Queen of Pain, and Broodmother immediately comes out. Exotic Deer Brood. Oh boy. That's a lot of pressure for the AM to deal with, or even the Queen of Pain, right? Brood in a 1v1 against Quop with the HP regen against Dagger with the Spiderlings, and Blink being such a long cooldown at level 1. Quop suffers quite significantly in that matchup. It feels like overall, unless Team Doggie do some, cool laning phase switch-ups, I feel like Kinguin have the upper hand in every lane.
Yeah, mid is good against Queen of Pain. I think they're gonna try lane aggressively and just have Tidehunter against Puck. Tidehunter really doesn't care about Puck once he reaches level 3 with level 2 passive. And they can just shut down AM easily. There's gonna be I assume a lot of swapping TPs to different lanes.
Musical lanes, basically.
Yeah, luckily they have a free TP.
At the start of the game, that is very nice.
Yeah, that is very noob-friendly. Well, Dota became more noob-friendly over the time. I suppose we're not gonna even have to buy Courier after the next big patch. We're not gonna. Gary, you can laugh all you want.
I mean, I'm laughing because it's something that people have been talking about for a long time, right? It's the fact that everyone buys Courier, it's part of the game. Why?
Yeah, but
why did you just spend money on it?
It's just bit by bit, you have automatically upgraded Courier at minute 3, which is a pretty big deal for supports.
I mean, it's also funny when a long time ago, I remember talking to a bunch of people about the whole backpack system and having an extra slot, maybe spending gold for an extra item slot, or Boots takes up their own one, so you don't have to waste a slot with that. Then they brought out the backpack system, which is all looking very nice as well. Honestly, IceFrog has done a ton to improve the quality of life in this game, because it used to be hard to get into and hard to understand where you're heading with the game.
Yeah, well, whenever patch comes out, it feels like everyone is mad. The changes.
I used to get really mad.
Yeah, before I used to get mad, but not anymore.
Since 7.00, I no longer get mad. I've started to understand Ice Frog's way of thinking. He's trying to he's trying to progress the game, push it forward, make it better. Before it was like, why are you changing my game?
Yeah, I mean, I worked on balancing. I worked on the patches with Ice Frog for like 2 years or so. It was a different time back then, but still, the new patch. I mean, when the 7.0 patch came, the whole game changed pretty much.
Heroes of New Earth version 2.
I wouldn't say it. It's our game. It's Dota 2, man. That's why we love the game. Some of the new stuff are hard to devour. Like Bane can attack people while they're asleep. I've been playing Dota for 10+ years, so it's I don't know. Your way of thinking is that you can't attack him for some reason. It's hard to digest.
I mean, I even saw, I think, Artstyle playing Bane the other day. He nightmared someone and he ran around in circles, didn't hit him or anything.
Yeah,
I was like, why? But you get stuck in...
Some of the new changes can't get into your head. We have some hotkeys issues.
Yeah, it looks like Elisage having a few problems. Should get underway shortly. And swift ending, the brood emoji comes out. So Exotic Deer, what does he start with? Stout, Tango's Quelling. Mid lane for him with the Soul Ring queued up. Not seen Broodmother in a little bit. Since the change where she's no longer invis, extra regen, the tankier spiders, are we still seeing the Desolator Mask of Madness build? Or is it maybe shifted a little bit to something else?
Well, this game, usually, it was kind of a medallion into Mom, into Deso, just heavy right-click. But this game's Orchid seems like such a good game against 2 Blink heroes, AM, Queen of Pain, plus Puck as well. He might go for that one.
And then solo kill power on like a Shadow Shaman or a Clockwork, right?
Yeah.
Able to just immediately kill them.
They love to sneak in the Broodmother. During the LAN in China, the last one, they tried it a couple of times. It was not very effective. It felt like at one point they were so strong with how they play, how they pick, and after that everything fell apart for them. I guess they were experimenting too much with the picks.
A little bit of a change up though on the Radiant side. Looks like Arise will be the puck mid, and it's Quap off lane for Hester Joe. I love LeBron's builds so much. Double Fairy Fire again on this 4-roll. We saw it the other day.
Yeah, we
so much
saw
work.
it on Night Stalker.
Yeah.
It gives you so much more harassment power during the first day.
Especially with the Orb of Venom.
Yeah, because I was trying to find a build, since I love to play position 4 the most. Like having that Boots of Speed doesn't provide that much, and once the nighttime comes at 4-minute mark, you're gonna have Boots anyway. So this is kind of a better build, like two sets of Fairy Fire. That's 4 extra damage plus Orb of Venom overtime damage plus the slow. Maybe not the best on Clockwork, but this seems like a really cool Night Stalker build. Clockwork needs to be able to get close with the Boots of Speed, have that extra solo kill potential power, maybe even on
30 seconds to
on supports when he goes to check the rune as well.
What's
Broodmother doing?
I don't know. Robotic Broodmother is having a bit of a malfunction. Someone needs to reset her firmware.
Did you try turning it off and on again?
I don't want to touch her. I don't know where her buttons are. Not something I want to delve into. That's really weird. He's found a spot on the map that just glitches the Brood a little bit there. Swift ending, and Noya will secure the bounty rune up the top spot. Tide gets the trade off, so 2 for 2. Nothing lost, nothing massively gained. Queen of Pain does take a chunk of damage, though, from the Tusk and the AA. Nothing leveled up with the Tusk just yet. It was a cold feet, basically, damage from the AA that did all of that.
Yeah, the thing about the Tidehunter is most of the time one support starts at the mid lane, so he can get the XP on the bottom. They can't really kill him with Shadow Shaman and anti-mage. That's why Clockwork already is moving to the bottom lane. He can't do anything to a Broodmother, can't really harass her.
Oh, Queen of Pain, top lane, Blink on cooldown again. This long CD on Blink means that Queen of Pain, after dodging away from the first cold feet from the AA, gets caught with the shards and the second one. Bottom lane, they do get the Orb of Venom and Battery Assault going in on the Tide, and one more hit might just do it, you know? The Rasta with all this base damage, they do kill off the Tide. Like you were saying, Clockwork rotates in, realizing he can't do anything mid, and they secure the bot lane for swift ending. Already 4 and 3, proving his prowess in the last hit department, as Quap forced to blink yet again on this top lane. It's just a disaster.
Yeah, it's going to be a disaster, especially once Tusk reaches level 2 with the snowball, if they have a vision. What is this ward? Look at this.
I'm not sure.
What does it reach? It reaches... does it reach a camp? No. It's just for the movement of the support, if they want to wrap around or they want to pick up the rune on his side of the map. This Queen of Pain is just gonna be a disaster off lane.
Oh, Shard still here, block the Quap.
Nice juke though.
Moves to the right, Tango's up. Orb of Venom is here though with a cold feet. Queen of Pain gonna try and deny to the Roshan potentially, gets away from the cold feet for the final punch from Tusk. Down you go.
You know what's gonna spawn at the top rune? Region. Never mind. It usually comes when you use Clarity like 2 seconds before and
yeah. Clarity
RNG
salve
strikes. Yeah.
And a bottle charge and then a regen appears. Always that way. Clockwork hasted, looking for a potential courier snipe, but won't be able to get anything done. As Tidehunter runs away, realizes he's potentially in a bit of danger there. So how's mid lane going actually? Brood 9 and 2, Puck doing reasonably well now with 2 levels in Orb. Getting a few CS, dodging out the shards to keep the salve going as well.
Well, the thing is, Puck can't kill those spiderlings because of the magic resistance they have.
50%.
Yeah.
Crazy amount.
Queen of Pain has the TP out. I mean, she's level 1 Queen of Pain. You're not gonna feel the influence of the hero anytime soon. I mean, there's a Tidehunter who is same level as Queen of Pain, but still it's a Tidehunter. Once Tidehunter hits level 6, he can also jungle much better than the Queen of Pain.
Might need to start thinking about stacking Ancients for himself, but like once this is the cool thing, right? Once Tide leaves lane, the Shadow Shaman will start stacking and pulling, but the Clockwork needs to move somewhere, right? Because he needs to get something done. So then the Clock, where does he move now the Tide's off lane? Does he go mid? Can he?
Well, if Tide is in jungle, he can try to find Tidehunter mid, pretty unkillable. Top lane as well, this Luna is gonna have a lot of farm, a lot of levels, so she's gonna be pretty much impossible to take down. Especially when she reaches level 6, it's a suicide to just go on Luna.
I'm just gonna watch the anti-mage. Oh no, I can't just watch the anti-mage because Tusk and Clockwork are fighting. Catsaw chased away by LeBron. Battery Assault doing so much damage here. It's still holding the snowball and the shards though as the cogs push him down and away. Chase in from LeBron to try and get something done. Finds an Invis rune for his troubles. And then they shift away. But it's a lot of damage done to the Tusk and alleviates just a little bit of the power of that
Queen of
mid lane.
Pain can play aggressively on top, a little bit aggressive. Because Clockwork is not showing, they know he picked up an Invis rune.
I'm just mesmerized by Swift ending. 31-16. Monstrous last hits on the anti-mage so far. He's already well on his way to Battle Fury. Maybe even skips treads for now. Go for the rush. Luna top lane being scouted by Clockwork. This could be interesting as Queen of Pain arrives with a Shadow Strike, but they pushed the Luna down onto the low ground. Blink still here for Hester Joe, and he will retreat. LeBron tries to get a little bit of experience from this camp, but again, just forced to move away. Luna can't really clear this stack, and the Courier going to take a few chops from the Sato creep there.
Yeah, I wonder what Luna's gonna build. Is she gonna go for Mask of Madness since the huge nerf it received for 4 versions already?
Rest in peace, Helm of the Dominator as well. Been a long time since we've seen that item on any safe lane heroes. Mid lane Puck. Shards are there, and yeah, there's no orb. There's a phase shift and maybe a little bit of time to jump over the shards. He's throwing it forward and Arise. Oh, he's going to get the counter kill here. Yes, Exotic Deer. Buys the medallion before falling. I get the 1-for-1 trade-off there. Well played by Arise just to get something out of that.
Yeah, what level is Broodmother? Almost 6. Puck also almost level 6 because of that kill. It's hard to go on a Puck like that. He needs to use Orb offensively. Then Broodmother can make a move.
Medallions here. Exotic Deer. Maybe a little bit worrisome with Neuer poking his head over that ramp in mid lane, but Queen of Pain just being battered by this AA, running around causing all kinds of problems. There's the regen rune. Does spawn top, 6 minutes in. Oh, Neuer dead to spiders.
Yeah, this is the power of Broodmother right there. She can dive to tier 2 tower, go through the forest, find a pickoff on a support, especially support like Rasta with no escape mechanism. We saw Rasta in the previous series, OG against TFT, where Rasta died like 10 times that game.
Where are we now for this stack? Pulled across by Elisash. It'll take a while though for the Luna to get the levels to actually clear it out. Just looking at these observer boards now, the freaking Bermuda Triangle is being built up. Yeah,
they're placing those offensive wards because of the Broodmother, so she can dive in, catch those supports, especially the Shadow Shaman.
At least that AM is getting a lot of free. Like Demon Edge is here, 7 minutes in. Ridiculous. Neuer, level 4. Still walking under all these wards though from the Dire team. They'll see Arise shift over down towards bottom as well.
It's like they want to smoke. They're going to smoke under the ward.
Oh yeah. And Broodmother pretty much knows this is all coming. Queen of Pain has made her way into mid as well. 4 heroes committing for this mid lane fight.
It's level 2 Queen of Pain, Gary. Level 3 right now. With
1-1-1.
Null Talisman and Raindrops, plus boots of course.
And they're still just waiting around mid lane, looking for something to happen. Broodmother farming with spiderlings, not really committing too much with the actual hero, as the orb will come across the front of these ancients, but Exotic Deer is already out of there. A lot of wasted time here, it feels, from these other heroes, but Anti-Mage will secure a bounty rune. Spot out the little Tide Hunter trying to stack and farm ancients and jungle camps, so he knows what he's up to. At the very least.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, Luna has Mask of Madness queued up. I mean, the reason why Mask of Madness is still gonna be good on certain heroes, especially like Luna, because you can disassemble it and make Satanic and Butterfly out of it.
And if you've got some kind of like passive proc ability, you know, through that attack speed, just having glaives bouncing around, you know, an extra couple of times in a team fight could make the difference.
This is gonna be one of the better timings I saw on Anti-Mage for Battle Fury. 65-30 CS. The 30 CS, that's like 7 creeps XP, like enemy creeps.
Yeah. He does get overtaken by the Brood thanks to the mid-tier 1 falling, but his net worth is spectacular for sure. They've not really shut him down at all. Tide is trying to close in onto that level 6 marker. He is a good distance ahead of the Queen of Pain in experience for sure, as Hester Joe back in Fountain yet again, 0-2-0. No real way to farm and catch up as top lane Neuer found. The TPs do come in as the Hex to turn back onto the Tusk. The Quapplers TP to tier 1, and it looks like Katsor will pay for his diving. Elisash unable to bail him out of that. But again, it's just this 4-man unit. Everywhere Doggie goes, they go as 4. Leave the Anti-Mage to farm safely somewhere else. And cause action for Kinguin to come and deal with.
9 minutes, 40 seconds. Enough gold to buy Battle Fury.
That's big. It feels like Kinguin just very intelligently dodging these fights, though, you know, knowing that Doggie are grouping up as 4. They're trying to bait them in and falling back as quickly as they enter.
Radiant's bottom tower
AM
is under attack.
shifts up towards top now, realizing Brood and Tide both lurking around in this bottom lane. Not really where he wants to be. Clear out a couple of small stacks. Maybe even push up towards tier 1 top as they glyph their own tower. Luna trying to get in there. It's in deny range as well, so it could be a nice little snipe there for the Radiant to steal away from the Dire.
Yeah, seems like Broodmother has Deso queued up, which opens up the Roche for them early on and keep the pressure with it. Anti-Mage Manta styles gonna come in the next 6-7 minutes, depending how the game goes. Well, when you're playing against Anti-Mage, it always feels like you need to do something, because he's gonna farm a lot. But this game they have Luna, and they have a Broodmother. Okay, he actually switched to Orchid. I mentioned it during the pick phase that Orchid should be the item build this game, because of the 2 Blink heroes, and once he hits the timing on Orchid, it's gonna be before he hits the timing on the Manta style, which gives him a couple of minutes to kill Anti-Mage.
No stuns for the Queen of Pain. AM did steal the big juicy stack that the Luna had made. Gets himself a good 400 gold or so additional to the Battle Fury he had just finished off. So that Treads Manta might come a little bit sooner than expected as well, with the steal of the stack there from the Radiant. And Broodmother, what's she been up to? Bit of chip damage onto tier 2 bottom with a catapult wave. And Orchid, very close, 300 gold away, as the rest of her team doing the 4-man movement themselves now. Nisha with the Mask of Madness done, pops the salve to take down the tier 2 at top lane potentially. Glyph is there for the Radiant, but their supports just aren't in position to come and defend this. It feels like they're back in Fountain, regenning up as Puck, really the only hero here available to do anything about this.
They can't contest it. Anti-Mage still not strong enough to fight. You have Queen of Pain, who is level 5. Shadow Shaman and Clockwork are 6, so they should try to find a kill on someone. Hard to fight into that, especially Luna ulti.
Where is the Broodmother now? 100 off Orchid, farming Ancients, trying not to get slapped around as they do catch the Puck top lane with a chain stun. Arise falls as he tries to contest that top tier 2. Kinguin, make him pay. Quick snowball into Ravage causes the Puck to fall, and now they come back to defend mid tier 1. AM blinks away. Back to farming some stacks. The pings are coming out. Kinguin want to deal with this. Chilling touch and cold feet, swift ending. Blinks at the last second to not get snapped.
Yeah, Luna needs to move and clear those stacks. What do they have? 1, 2, 3.
They're running out of stacks as this AM is just coming out and doing an amazing job at finding these little pockets of gold that he can steal away. Right now, he's still behind the Luna and the Broodmother, and Brood looks like no more. Oh, if
no web.
No webs, yeah. 3 seconds on that cooldown, if there was one. Queen of Pain likely to die, but mid lane will switch back to the Ice Blast, sitting Noya. Simple pick off there, the 3-on-1 scenario. As Ravage still on cooldown for a minute and a half, but it doesn't look like that stops Team Kinguin from walking down lanes and hitting buildings.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They don't even have Ravage, and they want to continue fighting because they know Doggie style can't fight.
I mean, you say they can't, but Arise is spam pinging right now saying, kill this bloody Luna. Hookshot in with the cogs on 2. There comes the Puck and the Sonic Wave. Nisha and Cattle both taken down. The tide is going to fall as well as Team Doggie. They come in and Arise makes the call to go and slay the Polish boys as Elisash does throw a sick Ice Blast in onto 3, but he'll lose his life for his insolence.
I was wrong though. It might be the positioning of Kinguin as well. They were all in the same spot. Yeah. It's 2-man cog, almost 3-man. I don't think they can fit 3-4 people into that small house.
Just imagine though, if you could trap 4 people in there, I think LeBron could have had like a 4-man cogs with the Puck damage and the Quap damage, and Kinguin just wiped off the face of the map. But still, amazing fight, amazing defense there of that mid tower.
Yeah, well, look at Rasta. He can't even place the wards because he couldn't get out of the base. He placed the ward. They know where he put it. It's gonna be more than enough to take him down. Instantly dewarded by AA. Feels good, man.
Great kill, great deward. Where's the Luna? Right, finally clearing stacks, going for a Dragon Lance into Manta, it looks like. Get that extended range. Tank up a little bit as well, very important for the Luna. Has felt a little bit squishy against this magic damage coming out of the Radiant team. And it never feels good to buy a BKB this early on, right? Like you look at this and you think, I need a BKB. But so often like buying a Yasha or a Butterfly or a Manta or just something before the BKB to make sure that with the BKB you can do something.
Yeah, before you could buy first. I remember one game where Kuro played a Dragon Knight. That's how BKB was that overpowered at the time. He bought BKB first item. I'm not even sure that he had boots. It was a safe lane Dragon Knight.
No boots, straight in there.
I remember.
Remember a lot of things.
I'm old.
Back then, when you could get fresh BKBs, they start with a Ravage, perfect tentacles in onto the AM with a punch, and see ya, buddy. That was really well executed, right? How good was that?
Well, the range that was increased from Tidehunter pretty much covers the whole screen. Broodmother actually trying to go for solo Roche. She's gonna need some help. It's being scouted by Clockwork. Very well executed, as you mentioned. The initiation with a Tidehunter from a fog.
Well, just imagine being attacked by tentacles from fog. I do not want this. Do not want this at all. That's an invis Clockwork. LeBron, no way. Is he going to be able to get in there? The Roshan's dead. Where is he? He snatched it. LeBron got it. Now he'll die, though, but the Aegis has been taken and reclaimed. Oh, baby. Clockwork doesn't care. He's going to die there, but he took the Aegis away. That's so much
pretty big.
Like, momentum has been kind of slowed down there.
Well, if they got it on either Broodmother or Luna, both of them deal a lot of damage to the structures. They could just place one at the tower, tier 3 tower, hit the tower, so Doggie is kind of forced to make a move. Hard to fight into Luna ulti, Tidehunter ulti. LeBron with this amazing move. Oh,
nice
instant
TP.
TP.
And now the turnaround. He cancels his TP with a coil snap. The Broodmother's in trouble. The shards come through, but the Sonic Wave is already there.
Not sure Sonic Wave was needed, but they didn't want to risk
anything.
LeBron once again.
Hello! Halfway across the frickin' map, catches, but the snowball here to buy a bit of time. I think the Tusk is just dead to rights regardless of what he tries to do after the snowball. And Queen of Pain, Hessenjo, he wants revenge on the AA, but in comes Ice Blast and Eclipse. 2 ultis for the Queen of Pain, bring her down, but they keep the AA alive. This is Doggie fighting back, though. Tooth and nail. They're really getting stuck into these battles.
Yeah, Broodmother will need that Deso. After Deso, she needs BKB desperately. A lot of magical damage on the side of Doggie.
Well, we're looking out for the Tide. Arcane's mech. Hood coming up next. Maybe buying a pipe for his team. Could just be like Hood into Force Staff, right?
Could be. Force Staff is such a good item this game.
Is there anyone else buying it? I saw the Dragonlance on Luna,
Dragonlance on
right?
Luna after she finishes Mantis style. The more safe choice would be BKB, but she can buy a bike if she wants.
Make sure that LeBron's cogs don't cause them too many more issues. As Clockwork, again, pretty damn farmed. Drums earn Tranquils, now moving into the Blade Mail, but it's a smoke from Kinguin that moves into the Radiant Jungle. Who will they find? Is it the Anti-Mage? Might be the Anti-Mage. Swift ending. Is he going to get Ravaged from Fog again? Is this going to happen? He gets hit by the Orchid. AM goes for the TP, but there's the Ravage. Down he goes. AM, second death of the game, will finally fall. He does have a buyback here, but feels super bad buying back on AM when you're not ready to fight yet, and your tier 3 is being destroyed.
If he had a Manta style and the buyback, it would have been really good for him to buy back, but they're gonna lose the Raxus if he does not buy back. Even if he buys back, he needs to decide. Tough decision though.
Well, backdoor regen kicking in, maybe they have enough time. Hook shot. That onto a spider or something? I didn't really get into where LeBron wanted to be, and now he's fed away his own life. The Rax will fall. That'll be Kinguin's signal to back up. No.
Nope.
They're going tier 3 bottom lane.
10 seconds for Luna ulti. That's level 2 ulti. Clockwork needs to buy back. They can just back out easily now. Tidehunter.
Backstroke.
Actually, Broodmother decided to go for BKB.
Radiant's bottom shrine.
It's better. This way she can't die. Everything they have is pretty much magical, besides Queen of Pain ulti. AA even invested in a gem.
Has fallen.
Looking very, very good. Where's this Queen of Pain now? Yule Scepter. Level 12.
I'm not sure that's the target they want to go for. Level 13 Tidehunter
Oh
near the
dear.
shrine.
This doesn't look amazing for them. He's got Soul Ring as well if he wants another gush in 3 seconds time. But the shards from Capsule not really on the mark. In the back, the puck and the AM, they are arriving. Take down the AA as the coil and hook shot. Tusk is caught as the rest of Team Doggie come in. Big force of strength there with it. Oh, you're right. They catch the Tide with the Cogs as well. He can't escape and down they go 3 for nothing. Now the Anti-Mage is up and running. Manta Style is, what, a couple of 100 gold away.
Rasta wards are up. They can try to maybe force a buyback. It's being pinged out.
They do not have... Oh, they've got Ice Blast in a couple of seconds, but yeah, there's the Serpent wards. Luna dodging away from any damage. The Queen of Pain tries to throw her away. Don't know if they can finish this tower, though. It's going to be a bit of chip damage. But now the Ice Blast is gone. Looks like Team Doggie will fall back all the way to their fountain as AM swings through the jungle, continues farming, keeps his GPM up. He's got Manta Style now. In fact, there is the Manta into Hurricane Pike. And then BKB Butterfly queued up for Luna, so exactly right with what she wants to buy this game. You just know that AM's MKB is going to be, several items behind your Butterfly.
I'm good at this stuff, Gary.
Absolutely.
Anti-Mage needs an item to fight with. BKB, yeah, he has that queued up. Good choice. He just needs more time, but they're gonna pressure right now.
Queen of Pain gonna have a blink again. Can they get the silence? Ooh, Broodmother was ever so close to getting there for the Queen of Pain catch. Up at top, dealing with the Lunar Illusions. Anti-Mage just keeps the split push going with, a tier 3 on half HP. It's not out of the question for AM just to stay here and maybe trade racks.
I'm not sure.
Does Doggie want to fight?
It's worth it.
But does Doggie want to fight into this?
I guess the only thing they can do is actually trade. But then they have only one set of racks left, which is pretty bad. And they will need to fight eventually.
Puck caught, dodges out with a phase shift, but that Eclipse spamming out the Lucent Beams, dead for 53 here, and buyback status unavailable for 100 gold is all he is missing. And now you look at top lane, sure enough, Swift Ending has cleared up the majority of the melee racks, but it's the shift of momentum up to top that finds LeBron, and now they look for the tier 3 as well. The buyback immediately from the puck does come out as the top racks gave the money for it, for sure. Swift Ending allows it to happen, but the silence now, followed by the Yules, the Ravage comes through. Tide catches onto a couple here, and they've brought the puck down. A dieback for Arise as they'll look for the final lane of racks. 23 minutes in. Kinguin looking to close this game out as quickly as they possibly can, and there we have it. GG is called. Arise immediately disconnects. He wants game 2 now.
We're not gonna even go to a pause. We're just gonna go to game number 2, right? Because that's what Arise wants.
Yeah. Fuck this game. Game 1 never happened.
That was a quick disconnect, though. Not much to say about this game. As I mentioned, when you're playing against Anti-Mage, you have this timing you want to play inside. If you're losing, then it feels like you need to do something. You make a mistake, then everything falls apart. But if you keep the pressure, then you benefit from it. Especially the Broodmother with Orchid build. The Orchid comes a couple of minutes earlier than his Manta style, even though he had a free farm, cleared some of their stacks. And imagine if they had that Aegis that LeBron stole.
The game was over, right?
Yeah, the game would be
17-minute game just ends.
There. Yeah.
I do like the fact, though, Kinguin, they look strong. Aegis get stolen, sure, but they kept on pushing and fighting. And then mid lane, when Doggie turned and got that kill, that big team fight mid, it takes so much mental fortitude to go and say, hey, sure, they wiped us, but we're just going to walk straight back down a lane again. We've got our ultis up. Let's just go and slay them. And slay them they did. Yeah,
also Tidehunter, the 2 Ravages on just solo Anti-Mage, winning the game, especially that one from the fog. That was pretty impressive.
Oh yeah, the long range Ravage into Lucent Beam and Snowball. That was pretty sick. Game 2 coming up, though. Best of 3s, of course, here for the European qualifier for ESL One Genting 2018. Our drummer boy over here is ready to go, tapping his fingers on the table. We'll take a short break and be right back with game number 2.